My name is Tim Neary. I am the father of Megan and Michaela and Emma Neary. My full-time job is caregiver for my oldest daughter, Megan. We sailed with John, I think, in June for the first time. It's been a phenomenal experience. Dog Smile it's been amazing. He was absolutely right about the benefits of therapeutic sailing. When you're moving on the water and sailing, there's no noise other than just the wind itself. That is incredibly freeing, and I know that Megan really loves that, and that gives her a source of huge comfort. So I would say that sailing is actually a very positive sensory experience for people who have sensory issues. John has been incredible with our girls. He's a very calm and calming individual. He has a knack for working with people with special needs. This whole experience and this whole thing being out here with John means a lot to my wife as well, because she can tell when we come home how excited they are. It's just been such a huge positive thing for our whole family. Megan is absolutely thrilled when she hears that we get to sail again. She'll jump up and down and clap. Michaela's been fascinated with the vernacular that John has taught us about all the words that we know that come from sailing. So every time we use one of those phrases, they're like, that comes from sailing, that comes from sailing. They're already talking about next year, bringing some friends out. It's gonna be something we absolutely look forward to. And it's gonna be a great day when we get back out on the lake next spring. I would say for anybody who's struggling with children with sensory issues, this is a phenomenal experience for them. This will do incredible good in the lives of very specific people. It will begin to heal some very specific wounds in some people who really need some healing. So I would highly recommend you consider supporting Dog Smile.
My name's Tucker Sweeney. I live in Sandpoint, Idaho. Echo Springs that I work for is a young adult transition program. We have campuses in Bonners Ferry and Coeur d'Alene, and students, they come to restart and to gain a different path in their life. I brought 4 students down to go sailing from our program, get students out on the boat and, away from electronics and devices, and just come out and have a wonderful day out on the lake. Wind was a little bit light today, but last time we had a bunch of wind, and each day just kind of brings something else to learn from, and there's something always going on. It's not just a scenic cruise, it's actually some education. The partnership with John and Dog Smile has really opened a huge opportunity for me in my learning work. I would tell others to definitely just give Dog Smile a go. I don't think you'd be disappointed at all. John's super easy to be with, and your day is pretty much catered to whatever the needs of the group need to be. And it's just gorgeous out here, and it's no bad days.
My name's Amanda Thomas, and I have a company called Integrative Approach. I'm a marriage and family therapist and clinical concierge. And we serve families throughout the country trying to really assess clinical need and be creative in terms of meeting those clinical needs. And then also I do my own immersive work here in Sandpoint, Idaho, and was fortunate enough to do an immersion with a father and daughter here on Dog Smile. Sometimes, especially when we're young adults, we kind of get stuck in that grind of like, who am I supposed to be? Who am I in the world separate from my family? And whether it's a career or a college path or sports or whatever it might be, sometimes we get locked in. And that was, I think, something that you provided. Listen to John's story and the Dog Smile story, and how you can really live a life that's very fulfilling and joyful and satisfying, that doesn't kind of match that grindy, this is what my parents did, so this is what I have to do. You have an openness with them and an acceptance of who they are, where they are in the world, what they're capable of, with no judgment. Dog Smile has a lot of potential, and I mean, I would love to see, couples coming out and being able to, do some of their own relational repair work, and then putting them on the boat and being like, okay, let's see how this experience goes. And some of the stories that you've shared about having couples like on your
so many
on your boat, and just like teaching them and trying to help them figure out how they're going to navigate their boat, like it's pretty powerful, like, because very quickly their negative patterns will either show up or they'll be able to practice new patterns. So I can see that being really fun. I can see a family doing, hey, let's work on some family stuff, and then let's go out on the boat in the afternoon and let you guys go play together and see if they can find a little playfulness back in their relationship, because they've probably gone through a lot of crappy stuff together and maybe haven't found moments of joy in a long time. So recovering joy, but then also giving them an opportunity to try new patterns as well.
Yeah.
So I think if anybody's kind of going out into the world and wondering, can Dog Smile work with me and my population or a client of mine, what I would say is you just need to call John and have a conversation, because I think that he can assess and keep you guys safe and inspire and help your clients feel better no matter where they end up. You're really grounded in this environment, and that creates a sense of safety, of a surrogate sense of security for people who wouldn't naturally feel that way here.
And it's fun.
Heck yeah.
I love it. I've cast as wide a net as I possibly can, and just kind of letting people come to me, and I just want to take people sailing and hopefully help them feel better. That's it.
My name is Anja Coma, and I am the HRC Anti-Trafficking Program Director, and we are currently in our Spokane Valley offices.
I understand that the anti-trafficking program within HRC is new, correct?
Yeah, we've been fundraising for over 4 years and planning for this program to launch our long-term restoration program for survivors of sex trafficking. And we were able to do that the first part of 2021.
We had residents out sailing 2 times this summer. Can you share a little bit about that experience, and maybe a little bit about what feedback or what impact you think it may have had on the residents?
Yeah, they thoroughly enjoyed their time. We had one of the residents that was quite nervous about getting on a boat, and you could see it all over her face when she was walking on the dock and approaching this boat. She was just like, I don't know about this. And so it took, I think, a little bit of finesse and patience on our part to just kind of, to have her feel confident on stepping up there and getting her up and onto the boat. And I think what was amazing, I was talking and reviewing with one of my staff today, was just to watch her relax as we set sail and we got out on the lake, and to just kind of see that moment where she was like,
right.
And just, we even have a picture up of her sitting on the back of the boat in our learning center.
Awesome.
And so it was really neat to just see her completely relax, and our other resident to see her just start to open up. And we sat out there on the bow of the boat, and she laid down and was in the sunshine and, wind in your hair, and she just began talking. And that was really, really neat to just see that experience for her, because she's very quiet and very reserved and doesn't open up and talk a lot. And that really encouraged her to just, again, relax in her own way, but where it just allowed her to open up to the staff, which was really neat.
Amazing.
Yeah.
When I connect with my mission of therapeutic sailing, when you hear those words, what comes to your mind when you hear therapeutic sailing?
For me, as a licensed mental health counselor, I just think of the importance of self-care, the importance of learning to connect with your environment and connect with nature. And through those things, you begin to connect with your body that you can calm down. And I think that's what people that are coming out of trauma, they don't do easily. They don't relax, they don't calm down, they don't breathe, they don't step out of that hypervigilant state. And I think when they get to go sailing and they experience that, it gives them the opportunity to feel that you can't get that in a therapy room.
Right. Yeah. That healing that the water and the waves and the boat like that it provides is always something that I've struggled to articulate.
Yeah.
But yet it's like you just described, it's so observable when it happens. It's like, there it is.
Yeah, because it's an experience.
Right. And it was such a pleasure to watch the residents and the staff actually, like both times, like people you can just, and it's something that has been a driver for me this whole time, is I've observed this when I was working in other capacities on boats, but it was always a byproduct. It was always like, oh look, they really look like they feel better, but we were going on vacation or we were teaching lessons. And the big change with this has been intention and saying, now we're gonna get people out on boats with a therapeutic intention and really make it the point of what we're doing. And I think the collaboration with your program was definitely one of the most obvious successes of my season.
Yeah.
Because it was like, this is like you mentioned, this is a population of people that have extreme trauma and are in need of therapy of all kinds. And that this type of therapeutic recreation can be incredibly beneficial for them.
Yeah.
It was just so phenomenal to watch, especially the second time, because then I got to see them again and was like, oh, and we had a little bit of a relationship, and so there was a hello, and and they've seemed significantly more comfortable coming back.
Yeah.
And it was like, there it is.
Yep.
Like, they're clearly calmer than they were last time, and they Heidi mentioned that they were like looking forward to it.
Yeah, they were talking about it actually and telling, we have a new resident, and they were telling her about their experience sailing yesterday.
Awesome.
So, and it's been, a month or 2 months since they've been out there, and they were still talking about it and telling her about how amazing it was. So it's left an impact, because we do a lot of different things with them, and so for them to bring that up and be like, this is what we got to do, and it was really cool. And I also think, I don't want to skim over that when we were there, your transparency with your story, I think really encourages transparency in them as well.
Yeah.
And just that, I think that really brought something to the experience as well.
Yeah. It's so healthy to just be in this open and honest environment.
Yeah.
And to foster that inclusiveness is the big piece for me. It's like, everyone's had trauma of some type, and everyone's been through all different experiences. And so when we can and there's something about that boat in that place that just brings it out of people.
Yeah.
I've had folks come on and where I didn't really know what they were dealing with, and by the end of the sail, they're telling me all about what they've been through, and they can just feel this release happening. And there's something about that boat and the place that just makes it safe to share. And it's it's just one of the benefits, one of the many benefits of being out there.
I'm excited to, get our newer residents that haven't had the experience and get them out there next year.